friends, today we are going to study about the structure of the human eye. The human eye is a very important sense organ, as you all know, and so it is very important that we know about its structure and how it functions. As you can see on the board, I have drawn the basic structure of the human eye. This is the outermost part of the eye, which is exactly a sphere, so it can always be drawn using a compass. The front part of the eye, it is slightly bulging outwards. This part is called the cornea. The cornea is actually like a transparent cap which protects the eye and prevents the dust particles and other foreign objects from entering the eye. Behind the cornea, this that you can see, this is the iris. Now, when you look at your eye from the front, it appears somewhat like this, with a big ball in the center and another small black dot in the middle. This black hole that you can see in the center of your eye is actually a hole which is called the pupil of the eye. The iris is a muscular diaphragm and there is a gap in the middle. This gap is the pupil. So pupil is actually a hole through which light enters inside our eye, and from the front it appears like this, and from the side view it appears like a gap. This part of the eye, that is around the pupil, this is the iris actually when seen from the front. Now you know different people have different eye colors. Someone has green eyes, someone has blue eyes, someone has black eyes, someone may even have brown eyes. So actually the eye color is the color of the iris. Whatever color the iris is there, the same color eyes that person will be having. And the color of the iris is genetically determined. We cannot change it at our will, but we can use contact lenses to change the color if we want to, but that is a temporary solution. So, just behind the pupil, over here, there is a crystalline lens which is made up of proteins, and this is a convex lens, as you can see, which is suspended with the help of ciliary muscles. So, this is the eye lens, which is a convex lens. And it is suspended with the help of ciliary muscles. Which hold it in position with the eyeball. This is the front part of our eye. Now coming to the back side, you can see I have drawn a double membrane over here. The inner lining of the eye, this is the retina, or the screen of our eye on which the image formation takes place. Now actually what is the retina? Retina is a membrane, it is a screen which is made up of two types of cells, that is rod cells and cone cells. Now, what are these rod cells and cone cells? Rod cells perceive the brightness of the light, the intensity of the light. For that we have rod cells. And cone cells, they help in color perception. You can always remember CC. Cone cells help in color perception. That is, cone cells enable us to see the color, and rod cells, they help in perceiving the brightness of the light. So people in whose eyes the cone cells are less in number, generally they suffer from color blindness. Color blindness is a disease of the eye. It is a defect of vision in which a person is not able to distinguish between similar colors it may be blue-green color blindness, or it may be yellow-orange color blindness. It is not that the person is not able to see colors, but he is not able to distinguish between similar colors. So color blindness arises when the number of cone cells is less in our eye, and it is a genetic defect. There is no cure for color blindness. Coming back to the structure of the eye, this line that I have drawn here, this is the optic nerve. This nerve connects the eye to the brain, because after all it is the brain which manages all the events that take place in our body, which helps us to sense whatever things there are present around us. So even the vision is controlled by the brain. Whatever we see is interpreted by the brain. And since at this point where the optic nerve arises, there are no light sensitive cells, so this spot is called the blind spot, because if image formation takes place at this particular spot, we will not be able to see the image, since light sensitive cells are not present at this point. So let's recapitulate all the parts once again. The outermost bulging out part of the eye is the transparent part called the cornea, this part. It acts as a cover. Basically it covers the pupil so that any foreign object, any dust particle, any pollen grain, it doesn't enter our eye. Just behind the cornea, this is the iris. It is a muscular diaphragm which controls the amount of light entering the eye. Sometimes you must have observed when you are standing in bright light, this pupil it becomes small, and when you are in dim light it opens up wide. This is because of the iris, because when we are in bright light, the iris contracts, it makes the size of the pupil smaller, and when we are in dim light, it opens up the size of the pupil, enabling more light to enter our eye. Just behind the pupil is the eye lens. It is made up of proteins. It is a crystalline lens through which the rays of light, they enter the pupil, pass through the lens, and finally the lens, it is the lens which focuses the light rays on the retina. So the image formation that takes place in our eye, it takes place on the retina. And since this is a convex lens, the image that is formed on the retina is always an inverted image. It is a real and inverted image, and the brain perceives it in an erect way, and we feel that what we are seeing is erect. Actually, the image that is formed is inverted. Then behind the eye, the retina is there, which is the screen of the eye, which is made up of rod cells and cone cells. Rod cells help in perceiving the brightness of light, cone cells help in color perception. Then the nerve that arises from the eye, that is the optic nerve, connects the eye to the brain, and the brain helps us in interpreting actually what we are seeing. The point from which the optic nerve arises is the blind spot, and since no light sensitive cells are present at this point, if image formation takes place at this particular point, we are not able to see the object, and so I hope this structure is clear to you. One more thing that I am missing out. To maintain the shape of the eye, this front part of the eye, it contains a liquid that is called aqueous humor. It is a transparent fluid which helps in maintaining the shape of the eye, and behind the lens another liquid is there, that is a vitreous humor. Vitreous humor is a jelly-like fluid. It is also transparent. It allows the light to pass through it, but it helps in maintaining the shape of the eyeball and the rigidity of the eyeball. I hope the